I'm Presley, and I've been keeping a secret from my husband for 4 years that would have changed everything. My grandmother left me $2 million when she passed, 3 months before I married Garrett. I never told him. I kept working my 2 jobs, kept living in our cramped apartment, kept letting him believe we were barely scraping by. Looking back, maybe I already knew what kind of man he was.
Presley, did you pick up my dry cleaning?
I looked up from the sink where I was scrubbing his breakfast dishes before my shift at the diner. Garrett, I worked until 11 last night, then opened at the coffee shop at 5 this morning. I didn't have time.
You didn't have time.
He stood in the doorway, still in his pajamas at noon.
I have a meeting with investors tomorrow. I need that suit.
Your meeting isn't until 2. The dry cleaner opens at 8. You can pick it up yourself. His jaw tightened.
I'm working on the investor pitch. That's actual work, Presley, not pouring coffee and serving pancakes. My business is going to make us rich, but I need you to handle the small stuff so I can focus.
Your business has been about to take off for 3 years.
Because I don't have support. He grabbed his keys. My mother's right about you. You don't believe in me.
After he left, I stood there holding a dish towel, my hands raw from the industrial soap at the diner. My phone buzzed. My financial advisor, Henrik.
Ms. Presley, the dividend from your tech portfolio cleared. Another $47,000. Should I reinvest or...
Reinvest, I said quietly. Same strategy.
Your holdings are now at $2.8 million. Have you reconsidered discussing this with your husband? For estate planning purposes?
No, nothing changes. That evening, Garrett's mother Darlene came for dinner. I'd stopped at the grocery store between jobs, spent an hour cooking.
This chicken is dry, Darlene announced, pushing her plate away.
Garrett, sweetheart, you're losing weight. Is she feeding you properly?
I'm fine, Mom.
You're not fine. You're stressed. This business venture is crucial, and you need a wife who understands that. She turned to me. When I was your age, I made sure my husband came first. Always.
Darlene, I work 70 hours a week. I cook, clean, pay most of the bills.
Pay the bills? She laughed. Garrett pays the bills. Your little jobs barely cover groceries. I bit my tongue. Garrett paid rent and utilities. My little jobs covered everything else. Food, his car payment, his phone, his business expenses he called investments. Later, my best friend Tasha called.
How was dinner with the dragon?
The usual. I'm a terrible wife ruining Garrett's potential. Press, I love you, but maybe she has a point about one thing. You're always exhausted. Maybe if you showed more interest in his business, asked about his day. Tasha, he doesn't ask about my day. Ever. I know, but marriage is compromise. He's under pressure. Once his company takes off, things will balance out. Right. Once it takes off. But I knew it wouldn't. I'd seen Garrett's business plan when he left it out last month. It was garbage. Derivative, poorly researched, no realistic market analysis. His investor meetings were coffee chats with his friend Vincent, who humored him. The next morning, I was getting ready for my diner shift when Garrett emerged from the bedroom.
I need $300.
For what?
The investor meeting. I'm taking them to lunch.
Garrett, we don't have $300 for a lunch.
Then use your tip money. This is important.
My tip money is for groceries. His face darkened.
You know what? Forget it. Forget the whole thing. When this business fails, you'll understand it's because I had a wife who couldn't sacrifice for one day.
He slammed the bedroom door. I stood there, then quietly transferred $300 from my investment account to our joint checking, making it look like a deposit from cash tips. A month later, I collapsed at the diner during the lunch rush. I woke up in the hospital. Tasha was there, her face tight with worry. You're severely anemic, exhausted, dehydrated. Press, your blood pressure was dangerous. They're keeping you overnight. I need to call Garrett. I already did. 2 hours ago. The door opened. Not Garrett, Darlene. Presley, honestly, fainting at work? How embarrassing for Garrett. Excuse me? Tasha stood. She's in the hospital. From what? Being tired? Women used to raise 6 children and run households. She works 2 simple jobs and can't handle it. Where's Garrett? I asked. He's meeting with Vincent about the business. He can't drop everything because you're dramatic. Something inside me went cold and quiet. Get out. Don't you dare! Get out of my room, now. After she left, Tasha sat beside me. Press. I'm done. What? I'm done with him. With all of it. The doctor came in an hour later. Young woman, kind eyes. Miss Presley, we need to discuss something. You were pregnant, very early, about 6 weeks. The extreme physical stress and exhaustion. I'm sorry. You've had a miscarriage. The room tilted. I didn't know. Given your condition, your body couldn't sustain the pregnancy. You need rest, real rest. And you need to seriously reconsider your current lifestyle. Tasha held my hand. I felt nothing. Just that cold, quiet clarity. Garrett showed up at 9 p.m. 4 hours later.
Hey, you okay?
Sit down. He sat, looking uncomfortable.
The nurse said you fainted. Low blood sugar or something?
I was pregnant. I lost it. Because I'm working myself to death. His face went blank.
When were you going to tell me?
I didn't know. It was early.
Oh.
He was quiet then.
Well, maybe it's for the best. We're not ready financially. And with the business finally gaining traction...
Get out.
Presley, I don't mean it like that. I just meant, get out of my room. Don't come back tonight.
He left. I didn't cry. I called Henrik. I need to see you tomorrow, in person. It's time to move forward with everything. The next day I discharged myself against medical advice. Tasha drove me to Henrik's office. Miss Presley, you look unwell. I'm fine. I need you to prepare documents, all of them. Henrik had been helping me structure my assets for 2 years. Properties in my name only from before the marriage. Investments in accounts Garrett didn't know existed. A separate banking history showing I'd been independently wealthy the entire time. The post-nuptial agreement we discussed? Yes, but make it look like something else. Make it look like I'm protecting him from debt. Henrik's eyes showed understanding. Financial separation documents. Protecting his credit from your supposed liabilities. He'd sign that, wouldn't he? Immediately. Especially if his mother tells him to. Miss Presley, you understand this means... It means when I file for divorce, he gets nothing. 0 claim to any assets acquired during the marriage, because he'll have signed away his rights, thinking he was protecting himself from my poverty. It's legal. Borderline, but legal. Prepare it. That calm Garrett was on the couch with Vincent laughing about something.
Hey, you're back. Feel better?
Not really. Garrett, we need to talk. Privately. Vincent left. I sat across from my husband. I got some letters today. Collection notices. I've been hiding it, but I'm in serious credit card debt. About $40,000. His face went white.
$40,000? How?
Medical bills from my dad's cancer treatment. I helped him. I didn't tell you.
Jesus Christ, Presley! $40,000? That could affect my business loan applications, my credit score.
I know, I'm sorry. But there's a solution.
What solution?
Financial separation. We file documents that legally separate our finances. It protects your credit from my debt. You won't be liable for anything in my name.
Would that work?
Henrik, my dad's financial guy, says yes. But you'd need to sign some forms. Basically saying you have no claim to my assets, and I have no claim to yours.
You don't have assets.
Exactly. So it just protects you. Your credit, your business potential, everything. He was already nodding. When? Tomorrow. Henrik's office. That night I called Darlene. This is about Garrett's future. I need you to encourage him to sign the financial separation documents. For his protection. What documents? I explained the fake debt, the credit risk. If he doesn't sign, my problems become his problems. His business dreams are over before they start. I'll call him right now. The next morning, Garrett was eager. Mom explained everything. She thinks this is smart. At Henrik's office, Garrett barely read the documents. Sign here, here, and here, Henrik instructed. This states that all assets held in either party's name separately remain separate property. No marital claims either direction. You're protecting your future earnings. She's containing her debt. Garrett signed. 8 pages. His signature on every one. One more. This acknowledges that any property or accounts established before or during the marriage in one party's sole name are that party's separate property entirely. Sure, whatever. As long as her debt doesn't touch me. When we left, Henrik handed me a folder. Congratulations, Miss Presley. You're bulletproof. The next week, I quit both jobs. Called in, didn't show up, burned those bridges completely. Garrett was furious. Are you insane? How are we paying rent? I'm not paying rent. I'm leaving. Leaving? Where are you going? I bought a condo, 2-bedroom, downtown. Paid cash. His face went slack. What are you talking about? Paid cash with what? My inheritance. $2 million from my grandmother. Well, $2.8 million now. Investments did well.
Your what? I've been wealthy our entire marriage. The exhaustion, the jobs, letting your mother humiliate me. I was testing you, seeing who you really were. And you showed me. This is a joke. You're having a breakdown. Henrik has all the documents. Financial records showing every account, every property, every investment. All in my name only. Established with premarital funds. And you signed away any marital claim last week. His face went red. That was fraud. You lied about the debt. I did. But you still signed a legally binding document saying you have no claim to my separate property. Henrik's very good at his job. I'll sue you. I'll take you to court. With what money? Your business is failing. You have no savings. And I'm not paying your legal fees. Vincent appeared in the doorway. I'd called him earlier. Garrett, we need to talk about the business. Not now. Now. I've been the only investor for 2 years, fronting money because we're friends. But I'm out. No more. Garrett turned to him. You can't do this now. I can. Because I just found out you've been using investment money on personal expenses. Lunches, clothes, your car payment. That's fraud, buddy. Presley paid me back. Presley's money isn't investor money. I want my $18,000 back within 60 days, or I'm filing a lawsuit. Garrett looked between us, trapped. I picked up my purse. I'm staying at my new place. I'll send movers for my things. The divorce papers will be served next week. You can't do this. You can't just... I can. You made me lose a baby I didn't even know I wanted because you worked me to death while you played entrepreneur. You didn't visit me in the hospital. Your mother called me dramatic. And you said maybe it was for the best. His face crumbled. Presley, I didn't mean... You meant it. You've always meant everything. Every dismissal, every demand, every time you treated me like your maid. So now you know what I'm worth, and you don't get a penny. The divorce took 6 months. Garrett tried everything. Crying, begging, threatening, claiming duress. Our final meeting was in a mediation room. His lawyer looked exhausted. Mr. Garrett, I've reviewed the post-nuptial agreement. It's airtight. You signed willingly. Ms. Presley's assets remain separate. She manipulated me. You signed a document saying you understood its contents. We're done here. Outside, Tasha was waiting. How'd it feel? Empty, but right. We walked to my car, a new one, paid cash. As we drove past the old apartment building, I saw Garrett's car, still that same beat-up sedan. Tasha, do you think I'm cruel? She was quiet for a moment. No, I think you protected yourself from someone who would have bled you dry and never even noticed. A month later, I ran into Vincent at a coffee shop. Presley, hey. Vincent. I wanted to apologize. I enabled him. I saw how he talked to you, and I never said anything. Why not? Because confronting friends is hard, and honestly, I didn't think it was my place. He looked genuinely ashamed. I heard he moved back with his mother. Good for them. His business officially folded, and I did sue him. He's making payments, but barely. I nodded. Thanks for telling me. At home, I sat in my condo, the one with the view, the quiet, the peace. My phone rang. Darlene. Presley, Garrett is suffering. He's lost everything. You have millions. You could help him. I could. Then do it. Be the bigger person. Show some compassion. Darlene, I worked 70-hour weeks while your son slept until noon and called it working on his business. I lost a pregnancy because of the stress, and he said it was for the best. I had millions the whole time, and he never once asked me how I was feeling, what I needed, or if I was okay. So no, I won't be helping him. Tell him to get a job, a real one. I hung up. She called back 6 times. I blocked her number. The final papers came a week later. Divorced. No assets to split. I kept what was mine, he kept what was his, which was nothing. Henrik called to confirm receipt. Miss Presley, how do you feel? Free. Scared of the next part, but free. The next part? Figuring out who I am when I'm not proving something. That night I made dinner, just for me. Salmon, done perfectly, because I had time to cook it right. I ate slowly, tasting every bite. My phone buzzed, a message from Garrett, from a new number I hadn't blocked yet. I'm sorry for everything. Can we talk? Please? I stared at it for a long time. Then I deleted it without responding. Some apologies don't deserve answers. I poured wine, sat by my window, watched the city lights. For the first time in 4 years, I felt like myself. But here's what still keeps me up sometimes, staring at that view. If I'd told him about the money on day 1, if he'd known from the start that I was worth millions, would he have treated me differently? Or would I have just never seen who he really was?
Would you want to know the truth from the beginning, even if it meant never seeing someone's real character?